All right, it says I'm live. There's not a lot of light in my living room, which is why I don't much care to do this. I'm not sure how the stream is. My granddaughter's on the back on her computer, so if it's slow or dragging. My granddaughter just came out of the bedroom. Oh, good. Well, go in your room and watch. I don't have any tissues. Well, I did think I do have some down here. But anyway, let me just get started. Can everybody hear me okay? Okay. All right, so I wanted to address some things this evening. Hang on, let me address my granddaughter. What did you say? Okay. I don't think she realizes I'm live. So I wanted to address some things this evening about, I guess, some issues that have come up recently about the nature of my disability and some medical information about myself that I haven't really been open to share with a lot of people. And I'll tell you the reasons why I'm not as open about my medical issues as I would like to be. But first of all, I just want to say that oh, my battery is going to go low. Hang on one second. Let me put the phone on the charger. I was trying to get everything ready. I was looking for a selfie stick for this, but so anyway, I'm going to answer any questions that you have after I say what I have to say. But first of all, I didn't want anyone else to be the one to disclose my medical information. I wanted to be the one to tell my subscribers myself. And so I wanted to take this opportunity, I guess, to disclose that information. But back in February of 2008, I was diagnosed with HIV/AIDS. I got the diagnosis when I was in the hospital, very sick with pneumonia. And I spent, I think, 29 days in the hospital, 17 of those in ICU, attached to a lot of machines that were breathing for me. And so I was really lucky, I guess. And I got on medication, and that's 10 years ago. And I've been doing very well ever since. I have done a lot of HIV/AIDS activist work, but after my daughter died in the house fire, I got more involved and back involved, I guess, into police accountability. And, when I moved to Crowley here, oh, gosh, my battery's not going to charge. When I moved to Crowley here, let me just get this straight so that the battery will charge while I'm talking to you. You're going to go to the middle of nowhere and spend a weekend with a crazy man you've never met? Yes, why? No, he's a couple. I'm hoping that this will get it back charging and plug it back in. Okay, I'm so sorry. I tried to get everything ready before I even went live. So anyway, I was in the hospital. I got out. I've been on medication ever since. I'm very healthy now. My numbers are good. I see the doctor every 4 months, and there's really not too much other than it keeps me from, I guess, having a full-time job. It keeps me kind of tired. Sometimes when I get sick, it takes me a really long time to get over things. But, for the most part, I'm pretty healthy. A lot of people ask me, and some of the frequently asked questions is, how were you infected? And I was actually infected like most every other person around the world, in that I had unprotected heterosexual sex. Not with my partner. I have what they call I'm sorry, I'm not even going to be able to think of the word because I'm so nervous about it. My partner is not infected. I am infected. Let me see. What else did I want to say? My numbers are good. My numbers are really good. And I was going to tell you one of the reason that I haven't been as open about my HIV. But when I moved to Crowley, we bought a convenience store here, and my parents were concerned about me being open about it because we had a restaurant there. They were concerned what people would think, and my parents are older, and whatever. Another reason that I'm not as open with it is because obviously there's a lot of stigma associated with it, but not so much for myself, more so for my family. And, I can take the things that people say and the misconceptions that people have, but it's really hard for my children and stuff to hear that, not want to argue with people and fight with people. So basically that's all that I had to say about, or what I wanted to say about my medical condition, and to let you guys know what was going on with me. And so if you have any questions, because I'm not going to stay on too long, Ross is going to be back soon and he'll be talking the whole time in the background. But if you have any questions for me about the illness, or how I was infected or whatever. And one other thing that I want to say is that I'm not fixing to die. That's a misconception that a lot of people have. I'm not near death. I take medicine every day. I thought I had the bottles right here, but I don't. I was going to show you. I take 2 pills every day, once a day. So, hi, Sue. Yeah, the reason that I feel the need to be open about it is because there are things in the background and people that want to announce, personal information about myself. And I just wanted you to hear it from me. So, I didn't want you to hear it from anyone else. I didn't want anyone trying to hold it over my head and, think that I would have to keep my mouth shut because I was afraid that they would tell anybody. Because I'm not. I'm not. So what's the diagnosis? The diagnosis that I received in 2008 was a full AIDS diagnosis. Thanks, Dan. I don't know what we're going to talk about. I know, I never really thought too much of it, that people needed to know or whatever, but I don't want anybody threatening me with it. I don't want anybody holding it over my head or acting like I'm, going to be afraid that people would say that. I'll tell you myself, and there are a lot of people in this community that are already familiar with that fact. So it's not something that I, would lie to people about or whatever. But, I didn't want people to start hearing it from other people. And it's just like my children, I guess, when my children hear nasty things about me being said, it makes them want to defend me. And I didn't want anybody defending me and not hearing it from me. So, and yeah, I did get an AIDS diagnosis in 2008, but I've been on medication for 10 years. And my numbers are good, so I'm not neighbors with Val. Val is in my sister city, Crowley, in Texas. Yeah, things have come a long way, even in the last 10 years. Because I can tell you, when I was first diagnosed, I took a big giant handful of pills twice a day. And they made me sick and nauseous, and now I take 2 pills. In fact, let me see if I can find them. I cleaned up today before I did this live stream so my house wouldn't look too messy, and I guess I put them away. Let's see. Let's talk guns. So I take this Tivicay, and I take this one, Descovy. That's it. They're both really tiny pills, but when I first got on the medication, there was giant pills, and they were twice a day, and they made you really nauseous and tired. And These are really good. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not in my trailer. This is the house. This is the house. I just added on 25 feet in the back. So my HIV status is, yeah, the cause of is the nature of my disability status, and my numbers are good. When I was diagnosed, the two numbers that you look at whenever you're talking about HIV numbers for people and how they're doing is the T cell count and a viral load. My T cell count is at 790. It's up in the high 700s now. When I was diagnosed, my T cell count was 3. So I was really, really sick when I was diagnosed. I had PCP, pneumonia, and they didn't think that I was going to make it, but I did. I'm a strong girl. And I just kept breathing. So they sent me home. I was on oxygen for a while, and anonymous friend. Why would I go against News Now Houston? I don't know that I've said a word about News Now Houston on this live stream. Not a word. Not a word. Nor did in Florida. You know, I love to go to Florida. Ask Jeff Gray. That's one of my favorite places to visit, besides New Orleans. Well, I don't know if anybody has any more questions, but I know that Ross is going to be here soon, and he's going to be in the background, and the dog will start barking. And anyway, so anything else? If there's anything else, I just want to thank everybody for being so nice and supportive, and I really appreciate all of the support that I've gotten. So thank you all for being here.